So how do you choose the right wedding photographer? Hey guys, I'm Ryan, founder here at Feather and Finch Photography, a studio based on the Gold Coast, Australia, photographing and filming weddings all around the world. Now I wanted to go into something really important because I know a lot of couples out there, you're probably watching this and you're wondering, how do I choose the right wedding photographer? You jump on Google and you're inundated. I mean, social media right now is just flooded with photographs, right? Everyone is a photographer and that's amazing. But it can be really overwhelming and there's a lot of noise in the industry of trying to break through and work out who's important to you. Who's the right photographer for your wedding day? Now, obviously these are just my opinions. Feel free to, look up other ways to book a photographer. But after doing weddings for 10 years and photographing 500, 600, 700 weddings, I feel like there is a method to the madness of trying to find the right photographer, and I'm gonna go through with it. So first off, obviously photography. We're gonna think about what product you're gonna be left with in the end of the day, which are photographs. So first off, I think the thing that you should be attracted to is the photography style. That's the first thing, you jump on Instagram, you go on Google, or you speak to your current booked vendors and see if they've got any photographers that they would recommend. And the way to get the right recommendations is know what you want. And what I mean here is know the style you want. It's just like a tattoo, right? You don't just walk into a tattoo studio, well, you probably shouldn't, I've done it many times, not knowing what you want. You might have an idea that you want timeless images that don't age. You might want the trendy editorial camera tilt, flash in the face. I hope not, but you might want that. Right, so then you're getting an idea and you're narrowing down all those photographers out there that specialize in that style. Right, once you've got a list of the photographers who match the vibe and the style that you're wanting, read the reviews. Don't go straight in and send an inquiry. Read real world reviews, and the reason being is because they can't fake it, right? Anyone can say I'm a candid documentary, just fly on the wall, I just chill and let things happen. They're great sales words because a lot of couples want that. But it's not meaning that is the reality. So what I would say here is read what other couples have gone through. And even if you can, I know this might be a little bit private, but if they've sent a message over a review over like Facebook, maybe reach out to them and say, hey, can you share your experience? We're on the fence, we're unsure. This is the vibe that we're wanting. What was the vibe like you guys got? Now that's an amazing way to cut through the noise. Now, third one is obviously once you're on the website, if you haven't got there yet, read a little bit more about that photographer and who they are, what their values are, why they do what they do. Look deeper into the person documenting your day. And again, this is not for everyone. This is a total disclaimer. This is just my opinions. But for me, photography is an art. So if you're going to book a company where there's 20, 30, 40 photographers and you don't know who's shooting your wedding, you're leaving that up to total chance. You might have gone on their website and gone, oh my gosh, I love that wedding they photographed, the light, the way they've shot it, the composition. I love all that. Is that actually the photographer that's photographing your wedding? That's something you should think about. I know people personally that have booked companies and they've loved the work and they've got their wedding photographed and they're just a little bit unhappy because it is art. You can't fully train another photographer to see light the way you see it, to be in the right place at the right time, to connect with couples and people. They're all different variations of just taking a photograph, right? So now my absolute last one, right, stay with me on this, is have a meeting with your photographer. At least if it's over the phone, in person for a coffee or over Zoom, at least get an idea of what they're about. Like if they don't have enough about them on their website, you want to learn a little bit more about them. And instead of saying what you want, ask them how they create. Because it's so easy for a photographer, I believe, to be like, yes, yeah, that's 100% us. We are candid. Yep. Yeah, we can do that for you. Yep. No stress. Yep. But the reality is, if you just stop for a second and started with an open-ended question like, tell us about your ideal couple. How do you like creating? What's your perfect wedding? How do you see your images in 10 years' time? How would you describe your style? I think then you get a real idea of the creative who's going to be documenting your day. Like I said, I hope that really helps. I know there's so much noise in this industry and it can be really overwhelming. So speak to the vendors, speak to your venue, read Google reviews, go deeper into the work they're creating. And also, actually, bonus tip here is look at their work and think in 10, 20, 30, 40 years time, if that is printed on my wall, would I be really happy with that? Are my grandchildren going to see our personalities in these images that they're creating or what we can see online, right? So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little YouTube video. Like I said, subscribe if you can, guys. It really helps below. And yeah, can't wait for this.